everyone, hello folks, welcome back to my channel. And today this is the second street interview. Well, today it's inside. The weather is not really so super nice. It's the second interview after this long period of nothing, and I'm so happy to perform this week with this amazing guy who, by the way, is not playing the violin or the piano or is a conductor. No, it's an incredible trumpet. How do you say actually trumpet? Do you say trumpet player or
trumpet player? Yeah.
Trumpet player, because for the violin we say violinist or pianist.
Yes.
So you can't say trumpet.
No, it's more simple. Trumpet player.
Trumpet player.
Yeah.
And the name, his name is in German I would say Håkan Hardenberger, but this is completely wrong. He's from Sweden and his name is Håkan Hardenberger.
Very good.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
it was okay. Okay. So it's a great pleasure, definitely, to have you here and to perform with you. And I can tell you, it's a crazy guy, and playing the trumpet even more crazy. And what I loved, I must say, is I don't have a lot of knowledge about the trumpet, but what I have is ears. And same as in my surroundings with the violin, there are certain soloists, you know, like they play perfect and everything is perfect in tune, whatever, but you kind of miss a certain personality, character, or something what makes this person so wow. And I do feel this with you, because the sound you create, it's a very typical sound, I would say, which is like your it's your personality, and it's easy. Like, I think I could imagine if someone will listen to you, will immediately recognize, okay, this can be only Håkan. And my question is just simple. If possible, to explain for people not doing music, what is it? Like, how do you create that awesome sound? Where does it come from?
Yeah, where does the sound come from? I mean, where does you know, you can see a person in the eyes and you understand the personality, and I think it's the same with the sound, and I think it has a lot to do with the first teacher, what the first teacher does. You know, I think I probably had. It's a great compliment, of course. I thank you that you can recognize. But people say they turn on the radio in the car and they can hear it's me. So it could be true. But the first teacher can kill that, I think, by the sort of, you know, we have a lot of conventions in teaching, and it's very easy to put a sound into a box and say a trumpet should sound absolutely like this and no other way. And as you say, those are never the successful ones. You can hear Miles Davis, you can recognize two notes.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's Miles. And you don't even think it's the trumpet, you think it's Miles.
Yeah.
And the first teacher, I think he brought that out of me. I think I had my sound from the beginning.
Which makes the teacher even more awesome, because yes. I find this is the main task.
Yes.
Of teaching, or being a teacher, not to teach something just or to say, okay, this is the way you need to do it, more to recognize or to see, to feel what is this person in front of me and what is maybe the...
I think it's a balance act, because you also have to be clear that these are the rules. You know, you should play in tune, and you should play with others, and you should... You know, certain people, you know, sacrifice these rules for the cause of personality, and then it's less interesting again. You know, it's really a balance act, especially, I think, in the classical, so-called classical music, where we have this strange, we're all the time looking for perfection. You know, we know there is no such thing.
But this one is weirdo. I must say, it's my opinion today. It's going so weirdo. All the recordings, everything what's done today, it needs to be so perfect always. And it's a bit like if you meet someone, I feel like this. If you meet someone, it's like, okay, I kind of like you, but could you please straighten your nose a little bit? Could you please remove this pimple there?
Yeah.
Now it's better. Yeah. And this is not true.
No.
For me, I love the old recordings. My parents, for example, they have the very old recordings where you see these are one takes.
Yes.
And you got one chance.
Yeah.
And this is so honest.
Yeah.
And this is my little critic on today. But let's get away a bit from this. I forgot one most important question for the interview. Head or heart?
Head or heart? I would say both. You know, and the balance between the two. You know, the one is not interesting without the other. They need to be in the right place.
Okay.
Both of them. You know, and it's the same, I think, with composers. You know, when I collaborate with composers, I tend to look for the ones where I feel that they have both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but I could put it more precise. What is the first thing you follow? Let's put it that way. It doesn't matter. Let's get away from the music. Let's go to people, to sports, to whatever. What is the first thing talking? Because I know the head is there. Of course, it's existing.
Yeah.
But there is. I feel that there is. This is why I love to put the question at the beginning. There is always the first impulse.
There is the intuition.
Yeah.
But is the intuition from the heart or from here? I had a teacher in America, Tom Stevens, who was a brilliant teacher, and he said, people say playing with the heart. The heart pumps blood, for Christ's sake. That's how he put it. But he was brilliant in the way that he never gave an answer ever.
Okay.
He only put questions.
But this is an answer.
Yes.
Okay.
But I would say intuitive, emotional is how we communicate. But whether that's heart or head can be discussed for a long time, and has been so since the Greeks.
Okay, this one we just skip here. Make a little cut. This is something for maybe a bit of wine and whatever later on. Yeah. Okay, let's go for the next one. What is your favorite dish?
My favorite dish, and now I have to answer, don't I? Because it's my great hobby, is cooking, and
good to know.
But if I had to pick one, I would say the Swedish style fried herrings with mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, but what about? Isn't there? Okay, this is the favorite dish we know, but isn't there this certain type of fish you put for a long time?
Oh, in cans.
Yeah,
Surströmming. Yeah.
Something really. I mean, I couldn't eat it. But
no, it's
a bit weirdo.
It's weirdo. It's fermented.
Okay.
So it's been, you know, Sweden used to be a very poor country, and for food, climate was difficult. So there was always different ways of preserving, and these little herrings that they put in a can, and they let them ferment, and when you open the can, it kind of explodes. And I know people who have been thrown out of their flats because they were having this on the balcony, and I can't say I love it. It's basically another excuse for having a nice aquavit.
Well, it's okay. Yeah. It was not the question. I was just wondering about this dish. So this dish you shouldn't take with you if you fly.
No,
it's forbidden in the airplane because it's same like dangerous other stuff. Okay. Another question is, if you just maybe it's hard. No trumpet. What is it? What you do?
What would be my profession, or what now? You mean?
Whenever. Like if you just skip the trumpet, what would be? I mean, now I guess maybe you would cook.
Because that's part of. It's also part of family life, which is very important to me. And cooking is of course a clever way of getting love from your family.
Of course. Not only the family.
So. And so that I do. I enjoy sports. I'm very interested in all the arts.
You paint?
Well, like more cartoon drawing is. I like to in airplanes and things. I like to sit and do little cartoons of people that look funny. Yeah.
Okay.
But I have a lot of painter friends. I'm very interested in the visual arts, I read constantly. I think the input for us, being artists and having to give as much as we can the whole time, it is so important to fuel yourself with substantial, good vitamins.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But let's go back to the question. I mean, you need, let's say, you pick something. What would be also like the earning money, of course, important. So what I understood, you would go for a restaurant yourself, and the walls would be full with your paintings and cartoons, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of this.
It would be a literary salon with good food and good wine.
That's it.
Yeah.
And later on, it's gonna be a literal something reading and people there.
Yeah. No, I mean, life is something. It's a big equation, and you have to find the things that balances head and heart on a daily basis. I think this balance act has to be active.
This would be also my the other question is what you do beside of performing great concert with the trumpet. You said you do sports, and the sports question is interesting. What specifically a certain type of sport would you really like?
Well, I play a lot of golf, rather badly, but the whole family plays, and it's a good way to be with family and friends. And also, it takes a long time, so it has a therapeutic effect on a manic mind like mine. It's very good to be forced to do it. That's the same with cooking, by the way. You have to concentrate, and you do something completely different for quite a long time.
Yeah,
it takes you away. And then I played when I was younger. I played football, and I like to go to the football. And
I love the question and the answer with the golf.
Yes.
Actually. Right now, I have a cartoon picture in my mind. You play golf, but you play with a trumpet. Clong.
Yes, that's the way it usually sounds when I hit the ball, anyways.
Or you just put the how do you say, the golf ball into the trumpet and and then it goes straight.
It would go further than it does.
No, maybe it's gonna be a good handicap, you say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like people like pros, they kind of
have below zero.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we don't talk about this, but it's really cool. Golf is nice. We don't have a lot in this town.
No.
But yeah, great. I never played. No, I did the mini golf.
Yeah.
Wow. And another one is, I'm sure you have also you listen to different music beside of classical music and modern music, whatever. Is there any band or any musician you love and you went to concerts, maybe still alive or not?
Oh, you mean in sort of more entertainment?
Exactly.
Yeah. I would say there I listen a lot to jazz, if that is maybe then in between. I wouldn't say that I go to... music is a strange thing. I mean, I love silence when I don't play, but and then some music seems to stick, and some just passes by, and I can't say it's because it's bad. It doesn't stick in me. But of course I remember being to concerts with groups like Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like that. But and then I will hear maybe on the radio Prince or Björk, and I'll think, oh, what's that? But it won't be something that I take an active interest in, and definitely not because I'm being snobbish. But I also don't want to give the snobbish answer that I hear often. Oh yes, I like everything, and then pretending that
no, but you said already Prince or Björk, which are completely two different type of music.
Yes,
super like Björk is super crazy.
Yeah, but I like this. I like the experimental mind.
Yeah. And Prince, I mean, Prince charming. No, it's amazing. Björk I really also love because it's what you said. It's experimental, but specifically when you listen to Björk on a really good how do you say, sound system.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's smashing.
And she can sing. I mean, I remember seeing this movie, Lars von Trier, Dancing in the Dancer in the Dark, I think it's called, where she loses her sight, and there's a scene where she sings, and I always think, when I see that, I'm not going to cry this time, and then I always do.
But this is always the moment if you tell yourself, I'm not doing this. It's the same like if you want to fall asleep and your mind is full of stuff and you tell yourself, I need to sleep, it never will work. No. And okay, so another question. I mean, you said already you love to read. The younger generation is a bit less into read. Is a bit more into Netflix.
Yeah.
Did you ever try Netflix?
I did actually, because they made a movie, and I was very impressed that was produced by such a company. The movie is called Roma.
Okay.
Came a few years ago, and it was brilliant. I don't have Netflix at home, but I know of it, and I was impressed by that production very much. And I'm sure there's a lot of good things that I'm missing.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the thing, and that's the same with books. You know, in a lifetime, I won't be able to read all the books I want to read. I won't be able to see all the works of art that I want to see. I won't even be able to hear all the music I want to hear. So I feel very sorry for the people who don't even start.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it's the other way around also. This is just an interesting question I find, because Netflix is getting, like, Netflix is of course one of the big, how do you say, companies going in a completely different way than the average TV, let's say so. Yes. And during all this COVID thing, we figured out that Netflix was running like hell, because it's just a better entertainment, let's say so. Yes, and the quality of the movies, the series is getting better and better, which is impressive. But it doesn't matter what is important. I like the answer is important is that it's not necessary to try to catch everything. Like, I mean, you have I know people, they love books more. I'm completely not into books at all, because I can't read little by a little. When I start the book, this is my big problem. I need to get through it. Okay. And I don't sleep. And then I go to the rehearsal. No sleep. Not good. No. Then you have to play the double bass. You can sleep behind it. Yeah. Or I need to whatever. Okay. Which animal are you? Which animal am I? Oh, we used to play this game in the car. Oh, cool! I didn't know. With the kids, when we went on long drive, we would describe a person by what animal they would be and what car and what color. I know that game. Yeah, it's a bit like the who am I? Yeah, there's also sort of a party psychological test where you ask someone what animal they see themselves as. No, I'm not doing this. And then no, because you ask what's your first favorite animal, and then the second one, and the first one is supposed how you would like to be seen. Okay. And I remember when I first put this party trick, so I chose my favorite animal. Still is the tiger. Okay. So that's obviously how I would like to be seen. Okay. Yeah. Now, how do you feel? The second favorite animal is then supposedly more what you are, really. And there I chose a dog. So there you are. I'm a dog. That's good. I mean, it's good that you say dog. It could be also that you say how you like to be seen. Tiger. How do you feel? Cat. Yes. And I know someone who answered first favorite animal, the horse. You know, trustworthy, working hard, and then second animal, shark. Oh. Yes. It could be no, because I also asked because I checked. I mean, you're born in October. Yeah. End of October. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. Which is Scorpion. I'm not saying that I believe into these things, but who knows? Maybe the answer could be also I feel like a Scorpion. Yes. Yeah. what would you do if for one day you had the power of God and your aim is to make this world a tiny bit better? Or to repair. I mean, there are a lot of things you could do actually, but these times, you know, like where you have the Fridays for Future and so on and so on.
Yeah.
I find it's an interesting question because I put this question often myself. What would I do if I had the power, the great power?
I'll be a little bit provocative in my answer, I think.
Just go for it.
I would make everybody read books. Yes, because I think it's only with education that we get anywhere at all. Because that's how, if we have more educated politicians, if we have more educated people everywhere, we have bigger chance of having democracy.
Yeah.
And if we have bigger chance of having democracy, we will take better decisions on the plane where it's needed to be taken, because we need to fix environment for sure, quickly. But we cannot go only for that if we don't have education. People need to be able to eat and need to be able to express themselves. Yeah. And then we can get somewhere. Yeah.
Well, it's a great answer. But you have the power, you know.
Yeah, so you would have to read books.
No, but you don't need to make them reading. You just plant it.
Yes.
They read already.
Even better.
You have
even
the power.
better. I have the power.
It's like superhero.
Yeah.
That's why I love this thing. It's sometimes what I think. There is a movie called Jumper. Mm-hmm. It's kind of superheroes, and they have the power to jump wherever they want. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't matter where on the world. And imagine you have this power. Yeah. You wake up and you kind of, I want to have a coffee in Milano.
Yes.
You drink coffee there. No, I want to have a little surf in Hawaii. You just surf and then you're back again, play the concert.
Yeah.
It would be so great. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Some people try to live like that. It's not very good.
No, but because it takes too much time.
Yes,
All the airplanes, environment, again, it's shit. Now I have a question which also is either simple or not. What is the moment of your life, not talking about music?
The moment of my life.
Like a moment where, if you think about it, it feels great and you love to remember one precise moment. I know we have a lot of moments, and I put this question precise not with the music, because the music even more we have moments, but maybe you went hiking or whatever, or you went diving and you had a meeting with a great white, or you've been somewhere on the Mount Everest and you caught a hawk, or I don't know.
I mean, no, I think life is in a way full of these moments that decide what happens in your life. You will be at the crossroad and you don't even know it. Yeah. If you would know it when you stand at the crossroad, you'd be so nervous you would just go to bed. Yeah. But of course, the very decisive moments is when you meet the love of your life and when your children are born. I mean, I would choose those moments any time to be the most important. Yeah. And then I have seen a tiger in the wild, and I mean those, but nothing beats that. The
what precisely?
The moment you meet the love of your life and the birth of your children.
This one I don't know. How many?
Two.
Yeah. My decision for 2 was because I'm alone. Mm-hmm. And I'm more and more getting jealous.
Yeah, same here.
Everyone.
I was also. I had no brothers and sisters.
I had no brother, no sister, and I thought to myself the moment where it happened, 2.
Yes.
And this is exactly the result. I see them playing so much, so good together, growing up as a big team. Yeah. Impressive. And this is. This is a great answer. Thanks a lot. And now we come to the last question, which is important. For all the coming up musicians, coming up students, coming up artists, whomever, what is your advice for these people to watch out and take care as much as possible on the way to become, let's say in general, a great musician, hopefully, because this, I would say, is often the aim. And because a lot of people, I feel, they are practicing a lot, they stand in the rooms, they do, but also I met a lot of people kind of really lost in this world of too much information, too much of possibilities,
yes. Too many choices.
Too many choices. Yeah. So what would be the one good advice?
I don't think I can give only one. Well, never to stop. It could be a little bit a big answer. Never to stop using your ears, first of all, since we are musicians, but also eyes, so that we never stop being curious. I mean, I see, because of the way life is, I see people who become cynical even before they are professional.
Yeah.
And then I see people who come into professional life and become cynical in 5 minutes. Cynicism is like a big black hole.
Yeah.
And it will be there the whole time.
Yeah.
It will be a danger all through life. And it's the one thing to avoid.
Yeah. The ears is the most important.
Yes.
For me, for example, just use them.
Yeah.
They are there.
They're there. Our best tool. You know? And people forget. They have a way of in making music. You know, I hear a lot of students. First of all, a lot don't even listen.
Yeah.
And then, if they listen in a sort of way, after a critical way. Oh, that wasn't so good, or that was great.
Yeah.
The real listening is to listen what you wish for to happen.
Yeah.
That's listening.
And this is why I used also to give the recommendation often, if you practice yourself, like in a room, whatever, and you don't know, is something good, a certain spot you practice, I give the advice, just use the technology of today, because this amazing things here, the smartphones, the quality is quite fine, and you can record yourself, and you see immediately, you hear immediately, either you like it or you don't. And this is so impressive, the kind of video analysis, which works quite good in the sports, but also in the music. And the second thing, most important, never lose your curiosity. Yeah, because I find once you lose this, well, kind of bye. Try to make also. I heard once a good answer is like, try to do as much as possible every day something new.
Yes.
Because then it's also about curiosity. Oh my God, this word is so hard. It's a pleasure. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks a lot. And it was a great interview. A lot of fun. Oh, sorry. A lot of fun. Not only playing, also being with you, talking. Great interview. And see you hopefully soon again.
Yep. I'm
with
sure.
Whatever great piece and just this incredible sound. Sound is really that thing. And
Yeah.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye bye.